morning, viewers. It's another beautiful Wednesday here in the world's capital city here in London. And it's been raining morning. Yes, it's quite cold. You can see I came out with my jacket today because the weather is cold here in London. How are you doing today? This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Princess Kessie, and as usual, we have a
Good
lot
morning.
full in our dailies today. We have so much already, so many news
Yeah.
coming in from Nigeria. We have so much, in politics and business, and of course Labour is still there doing their thing. We can't wait to see how that unfolds. As the first is just around the corner. And then we have other stories as well coming up this morning. I already have Abuja seated. Mary is well seated this morning. And of course, we'll be having Lagos joining us as well. We have quite a lot, like I said, so we'll go to keep it rolling. But before then, today is a very special day. If you ask me, today is one of that day. Let me quickly, add Mary to the show so that you know what I'm talking about. Mary, how are you today?
I'm fine. Good morning. How is London today?
London is cold, as you can see. I came out with my jacket. How is Abuja today?
Abuja is cool. It's cold too because it's been raining throughout yesterday. It rained
Oh,
and
so that makes, London and Abuja as well. We can
honestly,
see that London, it's been raining since this morning and it's pretty cold here. Anyway, Mary, before we dive into the business of the day. Today is a special day for the CEO. I want us to wish him a happy birthday just before we go into the show proper, And then we have somebody, Ezekiel is already seated to do justice to that, just to wish the CEO a happy birthday this morning. Over to
wow.
you, Ezekiel.
Today is really a great day. And I think this month is also the month where we celebrate Children's Day, right? Well, that makes it special as well. Um,
Celebrated what?
as like this month, being the month of May,
Yeah,
it's
good
also the month
morning.
where we celebrate the children, where we do the children's.
Yes.
So I
Yes,
think
that's
that makes it
true.
special as well.
Yes. Ezekiel, so what you do your thing as we say a happy birthday to the dear CEO, Daddy Chris, the one and only Daddy Chris. Mary, I wish if you sing now for say may you sing go, but me I cannot sing. Eh?
Oh my God. No voice, no good voice to sing.
Oh my goodness, no good voice to sing. Oh, you can imagine. Ezekiel, your network is very bad and this is not good. Can we just go on with the
Yeah,
business
I'm
of the
ready.
day? Go ahead. We're here. Let's wish to see you a happy
Yeah,
birthday.
okay. Happy birthday to you, Daddy Chris. May the good Lord bless you as you clock +1 today. May the good Lord follow your new age today.
Wow,
Thank you.
amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Ezekiel. That's actually very beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to wish to see you a happy birthday. We appreciate you and we appreciate your time as well. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Who will do this time for
Thank
me?
you.
Oh my God. When?
Mary,
Who will-
say what?
when? This one I say, God, when? When can I get this kind of special treatment? Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Anyway, I think people deserve. We are. It's a good thing to actually wish people well on their birthday. It's a good thing to remember people when they leave, and so that's what we're just trying to do. Ezekiel, well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We actually appreciate your time. I could say you should go on and on because that sound was really amazing, but
Honestly, it was
maybe when we end the show, you have to come back to end the show with us, to play another tune for the CEO. Anyway, thank you, Ezekiel. We'll see you at the end of the show, right? Okay, Mary. So, what do you have to tell the CEO to do? Anyway, we leave that to the end of the show. Let's go into the business of today. How is Abuja today? What's happening there? Okay, Mary is also having network issues
For
too.
more money, because
Yes,
this
so more
everybody
money.
just say more money because this money is very important to for we as humans. So I wish you more money and more connections to continue to go higher, to continue to work stronger in life. These are my wishes for him today. I wish I have one good voice, but it's just the normal happy birthday too. I wanted to like give a new birthday song that will interest people, but no good voice to sing. So I wish him all the best in life.
Okay, thank you, Mary. That's amazing. Now, what's happening in Abuja today to the business of today? What's going on there?
Nothing much. It's just around the Lugbe area where the police okay, the EFCC, the EFCC, they had to arrest 20 youths, 20 young boys. And according to them, they said these boys are into internet fraudster, and they collected their phone, their laptops, and all of that. So they have been arrested. But it's still a developing story. We don't know how it's going to end. But me, I really don't trust this kind of news because most times it's something I know. When the EFCC they try to arrest these guys, if they settle them, you will not hear anything about the story again. That boils down to the fact that it's still money they are looking for. You get, they are not even trying to do anything to kind of reduce the whole internet fraud, the whole Yahoo stuff, because they're also getting their shares from it. It looks as if that is even where they're getting most of their money from. So when I saw it that in the Lugbe area in Abuja, and they arrested 20 guys for internet and fraud, they suspected them to be into the internet fraud stuff, you get, and they have been arrested. They collected their laptops and everything. I just smiled because I know how it's going to end. If this will settle them, you will not hear anything. That's just it. So that's the latest news in Abuja.
Well, we know that when it comes to anything that has to do with internet fraud, there was a day we were driving in my place and we saw a young guy being arrested. He owns a Benz, big boy. But somebody told me that I was driving that he knows this guy. They are always after him because the guy settles very well, and the moment he settles now, they will just allow him to go. And that's been the scenario with most of the cases we see and most of the people as well. Anyway, we have quite a lot coming in from our dailies this morning. We know that labor is still there, uh, doing it. I don't know, it's really getting tougher by the day. It's getting, I don't know, labor has refused to back down. So federal government needs to do something, to appease them or to meet their demands. That's the only way forward.
I
For
love
once,
it.
labor is insisting that no going back.
I was even thinking that once they just hold one small meeting now, I'll just see that the story will change. But this one
close
is
down
different.
meet close down meetings as usual, and before you know, they'll tell you we've suspended the strike, blah blah blah. But now they're telling you the 31st ultimatum stands, no going back. Except of course the federal government is able to meet their demands. And so these are some of the issues we have this morning. And of course, we know that we also have, the Fulbright and Wiki case. We're not going to go into that, but something amazing, a release I saw. Peter Obin coming out to say that whatever they are doing, the Labour Party says that whatever they are doing is for the interest is of course interest of Nigeria, how to grow the economy, not about the next or the upcoming election. Do you believe that, Mary? That meeting with Atiku, meeting with Saraki, and all that stunt, all that move is get towards restoring the economy for the betterment of the nation, and of course, it is not for any political reason
I
or
don't
for
believe that. Just
next
like
coming
you said,
election.
it's not like I'm trying to doubt Peter Obi, but I feel like he's really showing me that truly he's a politician. You get, they always change, they always come up with one thing that will surprise you. How can you tell me that it's towards they're trying to better the situation of the country, or they're meeting a jet towards the betterment of the country? All these things we all know that it's just for the sake of the 2027 election, right? At least yesterday we talked about how Atiku was saying he's going to support Peter Obi, right, in the forthcoming election. So if they are not discussing about this, if all they are doing is not as regards the election that they are expecting, or they wish to emerge the winner someday, So what are they not doing, for crying out loud? Now you can see Peter be standing up to do things. I think yesterday he gave a health school, I think a nursing school there in Anambra State, 10 million naira to support their project. And it was there on the net. So you cannot, I know that yes, in as much as he's trying to help, let's be sincere, he's also trying to make face for himself. He's trying to make name for himself. So
Trying
as
to have a soft landing come 2027,
yes,
right?
you cannot just carry that kind of amount to give to those in the nursing school in Anambra State. It's still politics. In as much as yes, you're trying to help out, let's be sincere, you're still trying to bring out your face to the media for people to really see that you're working. So everything is just about the election, if you ask me.
Now there is a very disturbing news today, Mary, that it's almost all over all the dailies this morning that says CBN raises interest rate to 26.25%. Now, what does this mean? Even private sector, people are scared of loan repayment. The interest rate is quite much, and how are they supposed to meet up? Normally, when you take a loan, people, I think it's 5%, 10%. Now you're increasing
Is it the one that people
the
are not
rate.
even paying? Is it the one that people are not even paying? The loans that people are collecting from the bank, they hardly pay. I hope you know. So if they are increasing it, it's even worsening the issue. Honestly, if you ask me, I just wish and I pray that people will not be in a situation whereby they have to borrow from the bank. Because these people, they actually don't care about you. They are making money from you. We are complaining about how things are in the country right now. And Naira said how it doesn't have much value again. You get, there is no money in circulation, and you are increasing the interest rates in the banking sector. It's not making any sense at all. Coupled with the fact that even when the interest rate was not as high as this, people still owe. A lot of people find it difficult to even repay their loans. So if you are increasing it now, you are worsening the issue, because what will now be their fate, and what will now be the next action of those that borrow money from them?
Anyway, another issue before we go into the papers, I really want us to look at today is flooding. Now we know the rains are here, everything is changing. How ready are we? This is the question I'll keep asking. We know uh, we people have not fully recovered from the last floodings we had in Nigeria, and then of course a lot of people are still displaced. A lot of people have not been able to go back to their homes. Their homes are in ruins, destroyed. Even some of the environment, the roads, like I always say, are destroyed. And now we've seen also that the rains are here. It's unfortunate that we David is not here right now. I wanted to know
Lagos,
situation with
Lagos.
Lagos, because even before now they've started experiencing flooding at a quite early stage, and I wanted to know how far that is going. And we see some of the streets in Lagos, even the highbrow areas, already submerged with water. So I don't know what we're supposed to do if we are not prepared. That's one of the issues we'll be discussing today, viewers. But before then, let's quickly go into the papers, Mary, and we're going to start with the punch as usual.
Okay, and the big story here says 26.25% interest rates. Private sector fears loan repayment crisis. And the writer says the previous interest rate hikes killing businesses, and also 1.5 trillion naira bad loans may rise. This coming from operators, and that's the reason on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. And then we have another story that says Tinubu okay $750 million for rural electrification. And you can find that story on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. And here we have another story that says Naira slide pushes Dangote diesel to 1,100 naira per liter. And you can find that story on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. And here we have another story that says Reps panels probe faulty presidential aircraft. And you can find that story on page 11 of the Punch newspaper. And there's another story that says a minimum wage meeting adjourned as Labour rejects fresh 54,000 naira offer. And that's the reason on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story that says medical tourism spending falls by $5.24 million coming from CBN. And you can find that story on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story here that says I didn't start governing fully until this February. It's coming from Fubara. and that story is on page 14 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story here that says Oyo Assembly approves Makinde's 10 billion naira loan request. And you can find that story on page 11 of the Punch newspaper. Failed robbery. Lagos varsity students escaped death. And that story is on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Please launch manhunt for Ogun's women abductors. And that story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Punch.
There's a story there that actually caught my attention though. There's a story here that say I didn't start governing fully until this February. Now that's coming from Fubara, the River State governor.
He has
Are
not even
you
started.
sure? Are we sure he has started
He
fully?
has not started. Fubara has not started food. This I really don't understand. Is it with all this stress, all this intimidation coming from here and there? Is it not that he's even standing up for himself? But if you ask people in River State, they'll tell you that he's not yet focused on trying to even govern River State. I think he's fighting Wike for now. So this one is even saying himself is just story. He's not yet focused on being the governor. He has not even started governing. And I pray that before the year ends, he will find time to become the governor of Rivers State. Because for now, I really don't understand what is happening. It's just one story or the other, one cabinet fighting the other. You get and all of that. It's not making any sense. So for me, he has
I
not
think
started.
I think Fubara trying to blow back is something that has come Wike a little. If you noticed, over the past last week till now, I've not seen Wike up and doing. There's something about when somebody feel like they can overpower you, they are above you, and all that. And when you begin to reveal their secret to an extent, that may just calm their nerves. That's what Fubara has done. I always say on the show, when you're pushed to the wall, it's difficult, for you not to react. And we can see that Fubara, the governor, is actually reacting to whatever Wiki has been doing. And but I want to, in my opinion, I don't think Fubara has started governing fully until this issue is over, until we know what's happening between the two of them. And another story here that actually caught my attention is Naira slide pushes Dangote diesel to 1,100 per liter. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't even know how people are coping, manufacturers, families, individuals, with the rate at which things are actually, going up. I don't know how people are coping.
I was telling somebody on Sunday that the salary we were praying for, as of that time that we were still in school, that we were praying for that if we get to this certain age, we pray we can be receiving that kind of amount. We'll do things for our family. That's the same salary we are seeing now, and it cannot be enough for us. Then you can know that it is too bad, it is too sad to talk about. It looks as if it's simple, but this is sad. I know what I'm saying. You get your salary and it's all boils to the fact that it's either it's you are spending it on transportation, food stuff that is not even going down. That's another problem. Food stuff is not going down, it's getting high. So it looks as if the money does not have any value. You understand? And that is the hurting part of it. It's not just school at all. Everything you do is expensive here. Everything entirely in this country is expensive. I ask myself, what is that thing that is better out that it's okay? These things are just too expensive. This one is better. Let's just put our mind there. Nothing. Everything is expensive. Everything. Like, as long as you are coming out of your house, just know that you are spending. Honestly, it's so sad. I just pray that the government do something about this because we keep on complaining, we keep on lamenting about this their attitude, about this the fact that the things in the country is not getting better, and they think we can get used to this thing, or they feel we can adapt to this system. This system, I'm not sure, it's not something we can adapt to. You get like yesterday, somebody was saying that things are getting expensive and workers they are not getting salary increments, and that is the worst part of it. You see a lot of people that will just choose to just kind of drop their job because it's not favoring them. Because at the end of the day, you cannot be working for transportation. You get at least when you are working, you're supposed to have something to show for yourself. So it is that sad, honestly.
Wow, and let's look at the punch once again. The main headline here is quite worrisome. I don't know if Ezekiel wants to throw light on that as well, but the main headline is quite worrisome. We see here 26.25% interest rate. Private sector fears loan repayment crisis. Previous interest rate hikes killing businesses. 1.5 trillion naira bad loans may rise. Now, this is coming from operators. We know that, of course, people need loans to survive, to run their businesses, whether private or whichever. You can't do without that. But when the interest is not something you're able to meet up with, then it becomes a problem as well. You can't be working all your life just to pay a particular loan or an interest. So if you are working to pay off just the interest, I don't think, and that's why the local money lender, the people who borrows money, they call them money lender. People tend not to borrow money from them because once you borrow money from them, you won't be able to pay back this loan. Sometimes the interest are so high, and now people actually went back relying on our banks. But now that the CBN actually came with this policy, how are businesses how businesses are supposed to survive? That's the question.
I don't know, like yesterday, we're talking about the student loan, right? I don't know, is this interest rate applicable to student loan, or is it different ballgame entirely? Because I need to understand.
You said what?
I'm asking if this interest rate is it applicable also to student loan, or is it a different ballgame entirely?
I don't think so. How can you say students should pay this? Anyway, the student is not about the student, the loan is not interest. So I don't think there's interest. It's the set amount they're
It's
supposed to pay
just
back
okay.
after a certain period of time. Of course, you would just provide job for them, and you don't expect them to pay that much. So these are for business people. You can see here that businesses, the interest rate hike is killing businesses, and so these are for business people, not for students. And but how we, especially small businesses, survive with this rate? These
Honestly,
are the
then you're
issues.
finding somebody that maybe you borrow this money, you want to delve into agriculture, and with the system of the country right now, you're able to delve into agriculture, and you're not even getting what you expect from, maybe as a result of the fear of maybe trying to go back to the farm and everything, and you're not able to make this kind of money, it's a problem. And for our business and manufacturers, if they want to increase this interest rate, we are the one that will suffer it, because you don't expect them to reduce the price of whatever they are producing. Because when they remember the kind of money they will pay back, the loans that they are owing, they have to repay, the interest and everything. So there's no way you expect things to get better, because they want to make their money, they don't want to lose, they don't want to be at the losing end. So that's just it. It's not making any sense. They come up with this kind of development every day. They come out, they'll not come up with anything good. It's just things that will be breaking the heart of people. That is what we see every day on this platform. It's not making any sense at all. On our dailies, every day you come up is one thing from the government, just for their own interest, if you ask me. Because why? Why are they increasing the interest rate? For what purpose entirely?
Anyway, Iziki, are you there? I want you to throw light on this, but I think your network is not too good. And then there's a very disturbing story here that say Oyo Assembly approves marking this 10 billion naira loan request. My problem is not approving the loans. My problem is what are this loan meant for? This 10 billion naira, what are you supposed to be doing with it? Which projects are they visible? Is this something that he has presented? Because sometimes they just approve this loan, doing, things that are not they are not supposed to be doing. We know we have quite a lot of, people. We have quite a lot of uh we have quite a lot of uh people, a lot of projects, a lot of things that will benefit the people. Don't come and take 10 billion naira, and at the end of the day, you are constructing one road, you are doing one street light. So I think our assemblies as well at the state level, they are supposed to, critically, before they approve any loan, they are supposed to make sure that, these loans are what, taking or signing for before they do that. Anyway, we move on quickly to the next newspaper now, and that will be the Vanguard. We
Okay, I
also,
wanted to talk about this
yes,
failed robbery at the Punch. This one that say Lagos varsity students escape death. It's really, really. I think the guy escaped stray bullets. It's something to be thankful for, because before you know, you just say that somebody died just like that for something you did not know. You see a lot of people as the cause of stray bullets, mistake. That's how they lose their life. So I think it's actually a good news for the fact that he was able to escape these stray bullets from these robbers. Honestly, it's a good one. Oh. And maybe this is the only good news I've ever seen on this punch. The one,
It's a
one.
good thing because we've seen over the time, over the years, even accidental discharge by a security policemen, and of
Yeah,
course we've seen flying bullets from. There was a time, I think then I was in the university where a group of people came to rob Echo Bank in my place, and of course, a flying bullet from a very long distance had to hit one young guy. I think the guy is a very prominent guy then. It was so disheartening. The guy died, and everybody was so sad for days in the whole town for you to know how painful it was. And so I think anybody who actually, over somehow you survive something like that is something that we should actually be thankful for. And our security agency needs to do more as well. We move quickly to the Vanguard newspaper now. We have quite a lot coming in from the Vanguard. Mary, take us through the Vanguard newspaper.
okay. The big headline says, inflation battle. CBN raises interest rates to 26.25%. OPS protects, and NPR hike pose danger to economy. This is coming from Nasima. NECA highlights negative impact on investment, inflation, additional burden for businesses, CPPE. There is no magic wand. This is coming from Cardoso. And you can find all these stories on page 22 of the Vanguard newspaper. You can actually see the picture of Yemi Cardoso on the Vanguard as well. And here there's a story at the top left that says, government Q40 burn houses in Plateau community. And there's a story that says student loan scheme non-discriminatory, says VP, the vice president, coming from the vice president, Shetima. Vanguard 2024 economic discourse holds tomorrow. And there's another story at the top that says petrol marketers threats as depot price rises to 710 naira per liter in Lagos. And you can find that story on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. And there's another story that says minimum wage, labor, federal government meeting ends in deadlock. Federal government 54,000 naira offer is wage reduction, and also it coming from labor. No governor in attendance. Meeting to reconvene today. Another the writer also says CDWR calls for massive action, and you can find the story on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Reforms, I'll eliminate waste corruption, is coming from Edo on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. And there's another story that says Edo Kuba, Ayofo, Adi Mikena, Ogiodome, Omobayo mobilize for Igodalo assures victory. And that's on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. And there's another story here that says Finidi World Cup target keeps me on my toes. This is where I would have said, where is David? Oh, so that you come and tell us about the story. But these are all the stories you have this morning on the Vanguard. This on the Vanguard.
Anyway, anyway, I love the fact that minimum wage, labor, governments, meeting ends in deadlock. No going back. I love that. Federal government.
Government does not understand. No.
Yes, federal government 54,000 offer wage. I don't think that is even, at this point we shouldn't be looking at even anything less than 200, 300, because how much is fuel, how much is medicine, how much is food, how much is rent, and the landlords are not making it easy as well.
It's
You don't
getting
have a
worse.
team, everything is expensive. So I think for once labor are doing something that we are proud of, they should hold on to whatever they're doing right now.
What I'm even trying to understand is, does it mean that the government does not really understand what we the masses are talking, or what the public are saying? Does it mean that they really, because maybe they see the 54,000 and
Or
last
maybe like Tinubu will always tell you, sometimes you have to go through a little hardship before you get to your promised land.
the baby hardship. So I don't see the baby hardship, or we have graduated from the baby, because I really don't know how hardship can be baby though. He said you should pass through the baby hardship. You get We should enjoy the process. So me, I'm trying to, because once we are seeing right now, there's nothing like baby hardship. Everybody, everybody is suffering. And you know that even for the fact that these things are expensive, definitely for schools will definitely increase their school fees.
Anyway, there's a story here also. Labour, keep doing what you do. We're proud. We're backing you guys this time. And there's a story here as well that say gun men kill 40, burn houses in Platte community.
It could be that they
That is
don't know.
just, and that is, I said it yesterday when we were talking about food security, and we're
Yeah.
having these arguments with Daddy Chris, and these are the issues that Daddy Chris was asking if actually the will we've been importing food. But don't forget that we have tomatoes from Jos, we have the bell pepper from Jos, we have rice, some other things from Jos, even beans, I think onions as well. And now that 40 40 killed, houses burned. These people are actually farmers, most of these people are farmers, and now you've retired them from their community, killed them, or apparently they will just run to somewhere else they are not used to, which they don't have farms to farm. These are the issues, and then we keep suffering it. And the things that we're supposed to be getting at a very cheap rate, because of course we produce them ourselves. When these things are not there, what happens? So
That
go
you see
ahead,
that
Mary.
because they are killing them, that even the things that they are producing from that plateau state, if they bring it down to this side, definitely it will be expensive. You know that most times we get Irish potato from the plateau state. That is why Irish potato is not something you can buy right now in the market. It's very expensive, very expensive. So even if we talk about delving into agriculture, let's also consider the insecurity in the country. Because how can this agriculture work if there's no security? If we know that okay, these people they are afraid, their lives, because at the end of the day, life first. You have to think about yourself, your survival before any other thing. So most of these people they now sit at home when you know that their job is not to sit at home. A lot of people their occupation is actually farming and they are doing well in farming. And with this level of insecurity, it has kept them back in the house. And it's really affecting us a whole lot. Honestly, I feel for them in Plateau State. I don't know why sometimes they face
It's not
Plateau.
just Plateau State. We talk about, Benue, Kaduna, Niger. We saw yesterday also communal crisis in Niger. People are fleeing their community, their homes. No place is safe anymore. I think that the governor have to do more. Their governors as well, in as much as we call on government. That is why we talk about state policing, community policing. But sometimes, if the authorities are not backing it up, it becomes very, very hard for them to actually do that, because they actually need weapons as well. They need finances to do that. You can't just want to go into state or community policing with your bare hands, knowing fully well the kind of people you might just be battling with in the future. People come into your community to kill 40 persons, burn houses. Of course, these people, they didn't come empty-handed as well.
And there was a day I wanted to complain about what is the security in Nigeria doing. You get what about this government? What about the president? What are they talking about the security? And I think okay, Princess Inedo, she has to face me. She was like, Mary, do you know the kind of weapon these people are carrying? So have your government provided that kind of weapon for your security forces? So at the end of the day, they cannot match those people. They cannot meet these people because first of all, what kind of equipment did they give to them that they can face these people? So they cannot even stand them. So that's just it. Honestly, sometimes we just do a lot of this country. I call it misplaced priority. Places we put, or I think we should put our money into, we don't. And even if we put our money there, selfishness will not allow them to bring this money out and do the needful. They want to pocket it for themselves and allow the masses to suffer. And that is the sad part of this country.
Hmm. Anyway, let's quickly see what's happening in the Guardian newspaper this morning.
Okay.
Uh, go ahead.
Okay, the big story says NPC outcome. CBN guns for stable currency. FBIS as rates hike hot businesses. And you can see that story on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And we have another story that says APC dismisses major talks as OB visits Labour Party Secretariat. And there's another story that says again, Labour rejects 54,000 naira minimum wage proposal. Here we have another story that says fresh Nationwide strike looms in varsities over ASU's demands. And you can find that story on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Death penalty for drug traffickers not proven effective, says UNODC. And that story is on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. Courts quashes tenure extension for Rivers local government chairman. And you can find that story on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. Bandits kill 46 persons, raises homes in Plateau State. And that story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper. Yobe, Benue, Anambra senators clash over farmers' headers crisis. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Nigerian startup gets 29.3% of Africa $15 billion funding in 5 years. And you can find that story on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper. And these are all the stories you have this morning on the Guardian.
Anyway, there's a story here that actually caught my attention. Um, Apart from the main headline, we've seen that before. And so there's another story here that says death penalty for drug traffickers not proven effective, says UNODC. Mary, what do you think about people that are into drug trafficking? Should they, should their punishment be death penalty or maybe a lesser punishment?
No, I don't think it should be a lesser punishment. It should be a stronger
Why do
one.
you say so?
Because it's really not a good one, if you ask me. You get, if we can be arresting the Yahoo boys, collecting their cars, their laptops, sure it's fraud. So why should we spare the drug traffickers? If you ask me, why should we spare them? So they should face whatever consequences that comes with it. Like if you want to jail them, it should be like a long time on. So they can start thinking like humans, they can start thinking of positive things that they will do. You understand? And not this other way. Yes, I know that they do these things for their own selfish interest. They do it to get money, right? But is that the right thing to do? That is not the right thing to do. So I don't think it should be a lesser punishment. They should face a greater one. That is my own personal opinion.
Hmm. Anyway, with the rate at which drug abuse of drugs and the damages these drugs are doing to especially the youths, the younger ones, a lot of people have been involved in drug, either trafficking, being lured into doing it. They tell you they are taking you abroad for one reason, and before they will use you as their instrument of for transportation to carry their drugs about. Or maybe a lot of people, also young people who have been into drug abuse, have been into drug one way or the other, their lives have been ruined, and even some now in rehab centers here and there. And so
Honestly,
I think a capital punishment might sound too hard, but I feel maybe that's the way forward, as to sanitize the society. You can keep destroying, damaging the youth. These are the future leaders, and a lot of people, you see, especially when you go to some areas like in Abuja, there are areas you go to. There was a time we did the shoot, the recording. The areas you go to, the amount of drugs, you just see people coming, they stand there as if they're waiting for something. It's people, they're waiting for their suppliers and all that. And the funny thing is that when they don't have money for this drug, when they don't have money, they keep selling what they have, they keep stealing also to meet up to, there's something that comes with drugs. Once you're a drug addict, it's difficult, for you to pull out, except at that point you should know that you need help. You can't help yourself. People around actually need to help you to pull you out from that place. Otherwise they keep selling things, they keep destroying things.
in a light space at all, because have you seen a drug addict? You know that the bad thing about this drug is if you allow it get to you, it's difficult to stop. Funny enough, it doesn't bring any positive thing in their life. It destroys them. That's why I say the same way you can. It just that my problem is even when they get these Yahoo boys, if they settle them, they allow them go. So that's not the problem. Let's be sincere. This drug issue is a very, very big punishment that they're supposed to face because it's doing a lot of harm to the youth. There's one thing you don't know, like even if they don't have money to get this thing, that is where the stealing comes to play. They can steal just to satisfy their desire of taking these things, and it's something that they want to take every day, every day, every day. Something that will remove their normal sense and start making them to behave somehow. That is why you're telling me, no, they should really face the penalty in a hard way, self, for that matter.
Hmm. Anyway, there's another story as well I saw here that is quite funny. Now, APC dismisses merger talk as Peter Obi visits LP secretariats. I think Peter Obi, I don't understand what Peter Obi is aiming at or what he's trying to do, but I think I'm not happy with his back and forth. Now we can see that he has been with Otikos, the likes of Saraki, and all of a sudden, APC is rebuffing, dismissing any major talk. So is it that Obi does not have what to do now? He's now meeting people, oppositions here and there to do what exactly? I do not understand what Peter Obi is up to, but I
It is
just hope, yeah,
But maybe before, when he was not out, it was that Chris was there saying that why is Peter Obi not coming out? Like when he names, or when they stop hearing his name, he cannot come out during the election. When his name is not always seen on the media and all of that, they need to see him doing something. The next thing we saw Peter be going to breakfast with people that are doing their Ramadan. Did you fast? I don't understand. And they start showing his picture where he was eating with them on the floor. Like I feel like it's not like I'm a kind of condemning his action, but if you ask me, I feel like he's overdoing this thing. He should just be himself. That was the way he presented himself during when they wanted to do this election campaign at first. You get that was the same way I think he should still bring himself. Just be yourself. You don't need to overdo because at this point I feel like he's overdoing the thing and it's now looking fake to me. So I feel like you should just calm down. If he's going to emerge the winner, definitely it is not by this social media stunt and all of that. It's not. After all, the social media didn't vote for him. What happened? It is not by that one. No. So I think you should just calm down. Serious.
anyway, I don't know what Peter Obi is up to, but whatever he is up to, I think sometimes, I think he should just respect himself at this point, stick to what he was doing, and going this back and forth with people who have Nigerians, we Nigerians, people have seen that people have been accusing of bringing the country to the level that the country is now, and then looters, people who have destroyed the country. You're not trying to go back to them. Whichever way to build the same country that they have helped you to destroy is what it's difficult for us to comprehend, and that's why we are complaining. We don't know what is happening with Peter Obi. And then just before we go on a quick break, there's a story here that says fresh nationwide strike looms in universities over ASUS demands. And now we see that you see why people that have money usually go to private school or take their children out of the country to study. A course you're supposed to do for 4 years, you end up doing it 7, 8 years. I don't know now that Labour is dragging federal government. ASU wants to bring their own a nationwide strike. This is not going to be funny. People are actually, the students, we the youth, were actually being affected. Like when two elephant fight, the grass suffers. We the youth, we are not, being carried along. We the youth, we are not even. They don't think about us. I do not understand what ASU is actually aiming
Like
at
this,
this
that
point
strike,
by
they
Labour.
never know the resumption date. Though. If they go this strike, do you know that sometimes they do strike for 6 months? It is that bad, and that is why some people that actually entered school, some of our these are federal schools, they don't graduate because you see that sometimes the ladies maybe they end up getting pregnant or they get married and maybe travel, you get, and they just stop school. So a lot of things occurs. Sometimes some people tell you that they've even forgotten the course they are doing. So it doesn't bring any seriousness to me. The whole strike stuff. I don't know if I would say these lecturers, I know that they're doing this thing for their own interest, but it's just too much. And it's as if the federal government are comfortable with this strike issue because it keeps on coming every time back and forth. Today they are cool, they are working, school is everything in the school is normal. Tomorrow they are going on a strike, and it's just like that. But I feel like is there nothing that can be done at a point whereby this strike of a thing will just stop? Let the federal school, you understand, like work like other schools, be frequent, be consistent, because this is this brings inconsistency. It affects even their scheme of work because once they come back, they don't start from anywhere. So to me, it's not really healthy.
Yes, so they start from anywhere, they start rushing the student to write exam, things they
They
were
won't
not
so
taught.
they won't if that same lecturer will not come and tell the student if you don't pay so amount, you will not pass your course. I will
It
even pass.
happened to me during my time when they call off the strike. Before you see, oh yeah, it's exam, and they're going to impose on you so many things you were not taught. They start rushing just to meet up the calendar and all that. And so I
Yes.
think our government rather, should actually, whatever they are doing, they should put, and Daddy Chris did made a point yesterday. Now that the student loan is here, if you tend to increase, if you tend to, the student will pay school fees, the school, or since they pay to the school should be able also, to make the place a learning, comfortable for students, and
Yes.
I am just thinking that whether this is a good time or not, is somehow that labor is dragging federal government and ASU is coming forth at the same time. That is why we are worried. Anyway, we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, Wake Up Nigeria will continue. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome back from that quick break. This is Wake Up Nigeria. If you just joined us, and of course, we have quite a lot on our dailies this morning. Bandits still ravaging communities, killing, and of course, CBN, is bringing another one again. This time they've removed, they said security levy, cyber security levy, and now we're seeing increase, a very outrageous increase on interest rate. I don't know who will want to go and borrow money for any business, knowing fully well that is the interest rate is not something you're going to meet up with. And of course, we have the Labour Party of Peter Obi of Labour Party, going back and forth, cross carpeting, to APC, to PDP, and we don't know what uh, he is up to, but time will tell. And of course, we go quickly now to the next newspaper we have. That
And
will
that would
be
be the Nigerian
the
Tribune.
Daily Trust.
Okay, the
We have
trust.
quite a lot coming from the Daily Trust today. And Mary, can you take us through that paper?
Okay, and the big story here says that bandits kill 50 burn houses in Plateau. Okay, and there's a story that says Kano Assembly to amend law Ganduje used to dethrone Sanusi. That story is on page 27. Okay, 22 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Minimum wage, federal government, labor's meeting, deadlock again. That's on page 4 of the Daily Trust. Abuja abduction, now it's still missing, and it's coming from families. And that's the reason on page 3 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Okay, and the writer on the big story says, Wase Kanam Acts is no longer peaceful. That is in Plateau State. We have killed 7 of the attackers coming from the police. And that story is on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here there's a story that says hardship, social chaos and looms, ACF warns. And you can find that story on page 8 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Generator fumes kill 7 undergraduates in Bayelsa. You can find that story on page 16 of the Daily Trust newspaper. CBN increases interest rates by 150 basis points to 26.25%. And the last story here says Culture Ministry votes 290 million naira for solar street lights in Minister local government area, and that's on page 20 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Daily Trust.
There's a very disturbing news here this morning that says generator fumes kill seven undergraduates in Bayelsa. That is a very disturbing story. We know over the years, this is something we've seen before, something we've seen or heard before. But I just hope people will be more careful when it comes to generator. Generator is not something you play with at all. I don't like generator for once. Like if you go to my house in Abuja, I don't have a gen. Not because I cannot afford the gen, not because I cannot, of course, buy one, but because first and foremost, I don't like the stress of turning or putting on the gen and maybe going, maybe when you might have slept, NEPA will bring light, you will go, and I don't, it's not my idea, it's not my idea thing, it's not my idea. Even in school, while I was in school, then I used to pay people just to on the gen for me and to turn it off. I don't have time for that. And another thing, the fume, the noise is, I am not, it's not my thing. And so before I left Nigeria, in my street, there was somebody that actually lost a daughter. Also, in this daughter also went to school. I think okay, that was in Imo State University, where the student they went to their neighbor's room to charge, all their phones. Three of them, and before they not slept off while watching a movie, and the film had to kill some of them. It's the same thing we're seeing this morning.
But don't you think, sorry, I want to just add to this. Don't
Go
you think
ahead.
if you're putting on your generator, it should be a bit distance from your room, you get, or from your house? Because I've seen people that build generator house. Those people, they are not stupid and they know what they are doing.
No,
Many people,
the thing is that Mary depends on where you live,
that's it. Sha.
the position of your room or your house. And don't forget these are students, landlords people can be very greedy when you go to school environment. The
And
way
that
they
smoke is
build,
very bad. That
yes,
smoke that is
the,
wasted.
the way they build their houses, the way they build their, hostels. And don't forget
Yes.
that they might be in the hostel where they don't have enough space. And so my own is that for whatever reason, take your generator far away. If you don't have space, don't own one as well. No need
Yes.
to have one. Or you buy a longer cable, take it somewhere. And the fear of stealing as well is another thing. We know what where in school your gen will be on. Somebody will just remove the wire and carry it. You won't see it again. And so we know how it is around institutions. We've been there. But what we're saying is that be careful, and of course, don't bring it close to your room or to where you are. Inhaling that film, could actually just kill somebody really quick. And now look,
Honest, honestly. Because this is a day that could have been avoided. You can imagine 7 people. They say if something has not happened to somebody in your family or somebody close to you, you don't know how sad.
it's really sad,
God,
a whole
this is
seven
a day that
people.
could have been that could have been avoided. You see that smoke is very dangerous. How can you pull on the chain and allow the smoke to face your room? That's another. So you cannot turn it to another person's room. Definitely, you really want to bear whatever cost. If there is no any other alternative of a place you can put it far from your house, so it's better you don't own the generator. I know that yes, they might need light maybe for assignments to charge their cell
Go
phone.
somewhere else and get the light. Do not, if you do not have the space, a far, way away from your home, from your room, from anywhere, don't do it, because this is something that I've seen that it doesn't take time. It doesn't take time. People just inhale it, and before you know, within 10-20 minutes, they're gone. It's that serious. It's just like when you put a sniper somewhere and somebody sleeps there. It's the same thing. So these things should be avoided. Seven students. These are students that parents would have been struggling to see through school. Parents would have. I cannot even want to. I don't want to be in the shoes of their parents right now. Bringing a dead child that went to school to you, not like the child was sick, not like accidents or
Yes.
anything, a generator film. Please, these things should be avoided. If you do not have space to keep your gen far from where people actually are breathing, please do not own a gen. It's that simple. Or look for money. to get a solar, just a small solar that can carry. At least I did a solar for my mother in my mother's tomb, the room and the outside. I did a solar. It didn't cost me much. I think 150 or 170, and was done. So the light is always on. As I'm here now, the place is shining, the place is all, the lights are always on. So you don't need to break a bank to do some of these things. It's the same thing, you buy a gen, you suffer to go and buy fuel on daily basis, you suffer yourself to turn it on, to turn it off, and all that. The dangers as well. Apart from the fume, we'll talk about fire incidents as well. So I think it's high time people think about have other options, please. And this boils down that to the fact that our electricity system have failed woefully. If these people were actually having light, giving light at least even 80-70%, I don't think we'll be seeing things like this. This is another factor to news like this, and it's really sad. Anyway, there's a story here as well that I saw that actually moved got to my attention. Hardship, social chaos looms. ACF warns. Of course, it's going to get tougher, and of course, I think the warning is coming at the right time. Social chaos, where people will just start fighting, having issues with people they see on the street, of course, because there's a saying that, and is it a hungry man is an angry man. And so you have to make sure that Nigerians are at this point, like I said, it's just like the case of Fubara. When you're pushed to the wall, you have to react. Nigerians will start reacting. The things we see on the news on daily basis. Look at this headline now: bandit kill 50, burn houses in Plateau. This is not something that is appealing and I saw. And so when citizens come out to react, government should not say, oh, why are they reacting? I think government should do something about all this. And also, there's a story here that I really wanted Daddy Chris to speak on. Unfortunately, he's not here. That says Kano Assembly to amend law Ganduje used to dethrone Sanusi. Anyway, Sanusi is somebody I really like. Is somebody I really like, And so when they sent him on an Elsa, oh my goodness, I was so sad that day. That guy is an intellectual, very sound, somebody from the north, and is somebody we all respect. And when he was the throne, I was really sad that how can Ganduje do this? And anyway, if you're amending that law, I hope it's not something that will not cause chaos between the sitting king and, of course, the one we have in exile. So we don't have chaos in that state, in
So
Kano
why is
State.
it that? No, but this politics, eh? Oh my God, it never change. Because I don't know, the same thing applicable in the federal government. You see it in the states. Like even the local government, they are not even left out. Because tell me, why is it that it is now that they want to amend it? The same law that they used to dethrone another person, they want to amend it now, right? So it means another person, because the person will come and do the one that he likes again. That's just it. So does it mean that, okay, let's say we have a constitution in the country? I feel so bad that yes, we don't even follow most of our constitutions, right? But why is it that maybe a match a throne as maybe as a governor, you come there and you just go against the law and do whatever you like, and later you say you want to come and amend it, and it will still work like that though. Anything you want, that's what you do. It's not supposed to be like that. I feel like we were supposed to have a structure, right? You come in, this is the way this thing is supposed to be. This is how you are supposed to follow it. You don't need to do it to the one that pleased you. You get just to satisfy your own selfish interest. And later on, you're why are you amending it after you've used it to dethrone another person? No, no, it doesn't work
No,
that
they
way.
are not the one. It was the ex-governor that actually dethroned the king. And now
Yes,
this new governor is, trying to amend it, maybe to favor, or so that such a thing scenario, we do not see a scenario like that
that's
again.
what I'm saying.
So,
This one
so
that is
it's
there can actually still do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. That anybody staying there as a governor will come and do another the same thing, because if the other one can do it and go scot free, another person will come and do it as well. That's what I'm saying. That I read there's a structure. Okay, you're not supposed to go against any law. You get not to talk of amending it at the end of the day. So it's really wrong if you ask me.
There's a story here that is quite very disturbing as well, that says culture ministry votes one 270 million naira for solar street lights in ministers local government. So now that we're voting 290 million for just the minister's local government, what become of every other local government in the state? These politicians have continued to prove that, they no they have continued to disappoint us. I don't know whether they have so many aides, they have so many, SSAs, a media aid and all that, advisors, and they still, some of them do not think very well. You're spending a whopping of 290, that is, let's say that's 300 million on your local government street light. You're not thinking about the whole state, you're not thinking about every other local government. As a minister, you're not thinking about your local government alone, spending whopping how much on street lights. Well done to that minister.
And you should know that they are putting this amount for you to know that they are working. That's why they come and place the amount for you to see that they are really working. It's really funny. And at the same time, it's sad. Like the kind of country you find
Very
ourselves.
sad. And also Abuja adoption nice still missing. This is coming from families, and Wike is somewhere causing mayhem. When we
It's not
have people
focused now.
still missing, we have, Abuja has become, another hub for kidnappers and bandits. I don't understand. The Federal Capital Territory, it's sad. People can no longer travel even during the day from Abaji to Kogi. These houses are not safe, and then Wike is somewhere, causing so much trouble. I think this is very sad.
The footballer said he just started running as a governor from February. We can need to tell us when he will start as a minister. Because I feel like he has not started. You get, to some extent he's not focused. I know that, yes, these people they go to some of the villages in Abuja and do this thing that they're doing. Sometimes estate as well. Even the funniest part is, I would say the sad part is, estate are not even safe. Because there was a time that it was just mainly estate. They go there, they get people, and they try to tell you to bring a particular ransom. If you're lucky, they'll spare your life. If you're lucky, after paying that ransom, they'll still kill. So it's that bad. But we have a minister here. All the projects are half. Even the road, the one he was doing from, I think he's trying the one from Apo. Yes, I think, yeah, the one leading to Apo Road. He's still working on it. But it looks as if all his projects are just half. I'm not seeing anyone he's completing right now. But you see him every day in the media fighting football. You get, instead of focusing on your own office and do the needful. Honestly, it's not making any sense at all.
Okay, we go to the Tribune newspaper now, and let's see some of the stories we have coming from the Tribune this morning.
Okay, the Tribune, the big headline says tougher times ahead as CBN raises interest rate to 26.25 percent. CCPC, NECA, analysts decry rate hike. Nominees. And you can find that story on page 3 of the Tribune newspaper. Okay, the other story is still about the minimum wage, and I move on to the next one. Another story here says that Senate in fresh bill to end harder farmers' conflict. Reject Northern Senatorial Court to revisit raising roots plans national summit. And that story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Kano Assembly amends Emirates Council Bill amid speculations of Sanusi's return. And there's another story that says court dethrones traditional ruler in Ondo after 29 years Obaship tussle. And that story is on page 8 of the Tribune newspaper. We may declare nationwide strike anytime from now, as soon. And the story is on page 21. And we have another story that says bandits kill over 40, raises several homes in Plateau community. And there's this story that says 2027. Article
I'm
Obi
already laughing, no.
united by mutual desperation. This is coming from APC. Now you can see the APC is viewing them, right? Says Nigerians comfortable with Tinubu. And that's
Comfortable with who? Who said which Nigerians are comfortable with
I
Tinubu?
said it now with my full chest. That's what they say. With Tinubu, Nigerians are comfortable with Tinubu. Wow. And that's on page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune. I think this story is really not clear, but I don't know. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu receiving Alhaji Aminu Al Hassan, Dan Tata chairman of Dan Tata Group of companies, when the letter visited him in Abuja on Tuesday. Okay, photos on the Tribune paper. Okay, that's Mr. Ibu. I say Tinubu, sorry. That is Tinubu and the Dan Tata chairman. That's cool. Anyway, this one with Obi and all of that is funny though. But that's all the stories we have on the Tribune this morning.
I just feel like how can you say we are comfortable with Tinubu? I don't think Nigerians are actually comfortable. That is
We
coming
must
from
be
a place of,
comfortable. We must be
a
comfortable.
reckless, a very reckless statement. I don't think Nigerians are comfortable with the administration. I don't think they are comfortable with anything that the president has done so far. From the time of coming into power inception, it has been hardship for Nigeria. It has been pain, it has been mourning, grinding and all that. So you saying, APC saying that Nigerians are comfortable, speak for yourself, APC. I don't think other people are actually comfortable with the president. I don't think they're
They're already
comfortable with the
ruling, they're already in
administration
power.
as well.
They're already in power. So I don't even know that I even seen Obi and Atiku. I don't even know that I even seen them. I feel like they're just neglecting whatever they are doing and they're focusing on
How
their.
can they not be seeing them? They are seeing them. I can see you, Mr. Ezekiel, but just make sure your phone is stable and then we can bring you in because your phone is not stable. That is why I cannot bring you in right now. And it's a very reckless, I think Peter Obi actually is bringing this upon himself. How can you be pally with Atiku? Why would you want to do such a thing? And somebody that Nigerians have actually reckoned with, thinking this is a new person, this is a fresh person, this is somebody who wants to work with, and now you are going to pally with these same old people. Oh
But we these
please.
Nigerians, let's be sincere. She's the same people that were complaining that I wish Atiku and Obi worked hand in hand. Maybe one of them would have won the election ahead of Tinubu. You get. But I think maybe
Anyway, from what we saw from the last election, I don't think Nigerians want to trade anything. They want to, take anything less, or want to, take any chances. And so I think this will also bring discredit to Peter Obi if he doesn't stop whatever he's doing. Now, that is my personal opinion, though.
and that's it. But I feel like maybe they're trying to work together to see if this time around it will be better. So they feel like for the fact that they splitted the last election and they didn't get any results. You understand when they say you try something, you try it this way, it's not working, you try the other way. So they splitted, they didn't get a better result. So they're trying to work hand in hand to see if it will work. So maybe let's just see it that way. And right now APC is calling it desperation, right? That they're desperate and that we are cool with them. We are cool with APC. That's what they say. Wow, that's cool. It's really, really funny that this is how they are thinking. But I know that for the fact that Obi is working with that, a lot of people will not be cool with it. Or maybe he feels that that's another strategy that can make him to win. But do you even believe that they will work till that time? What about once the time is close? You said it yesterday. Atiku might change towards him. They might change. Might not be what we are seeing right now.
Anything can happen, man. The more you see, the more you look, the less you see. At that time minute, you see people, you see changes, you see attitude, and what can you do then? Anyway, we'll move from Obi issue now to a story here. I saw court dethrones traditional ruler in Ondo after 29 years overship tussle. I think I don't know. There's something that comes with being a king, and after a while you are dethroned. It's something that is that will be very painful. And we've seen a lot of the stories here before. We've seen them, but I like the fact that Senate in fresh bid to end Hader's farmers conflict. And so I know that there was a little issue at the Senate, even at the House of Rep, where a lot of issues came out. Senators from this side and the other side were having issues. They were just having issues all in get towards bringing lasting solution to headers and farmers conflict clashes. And so we hope that they will see more of that. They should not go to National Assembly and sleep. They should be arguing, they should be fighting so that we see, progress as well.
That's
Uh, uh yes. Let's quickly go to the spot, then we discuss on some of the issues, the flooding issue we talked about earlier, and we'll wrap up the show. And then I will saw, in as much as we have a sport paper here, I know I saw something interesting on Vanguard Sport Dex this morning, that says, coming from Finidi, uh, that says that Finidi World Cup target keeps me on my toes. What do you think, Mary?
But as a sports person, you always proclaim positive things for yourself, right?
Aiming high, yes.
And so even though a lot of people might come and criticize whatever you say right now, what have you done to shoot for this and all of that? You're just talking. But then as a person, these are the things that will keep you going. Believing in yourself, believing you can do more. You get, so that's what I feel. I think it's really a good one. It's a good thing if you ask me, because this is what he's aiming at. This is his target, and let's be positive with him that he will achieve it. Yeah. Okay, I think we should go for the punch sports extra. Okay, Princess, are you there? I hope there's no network disruption.
I'm
Okay.
here. I'm here. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I just wanted to throw light on Finidi's, Finidis says, what Cup is keeping him on the toes. That's why we hired him. He's an indigenous coach. You know the people to use. You know who to bring on board, and of course the kind of training they need, to get that trophy or to get to where they want to get to. So it's we are happy that he's actually on his toes. He are not meant to relax, because we've seen coaches over prior to now that just come and be any money relaxing. So that is not what we want from our dear Finidi Church. And so I want us to go into other discussion. But me not seeing you is another thing, so it's making me feel reluctant. But just before we go,
Okay, that's
Mary,
it.
no, I can't see you.
Oh, let me check. I hope it's not the usual network issue. Okay, let me work on it.
Uh, that would be amazing. Anyways, viewers, I really want us to discuss on flooding. In as much as we know that, like this morning now, it's been raining so much in Lagos, and of course we saw rain yesterday also in Abuja. How can we, curb the issue of flooding? How can we at least try our best, even though we know that some are beyond us? How can we try our best? What can we do? To make sure that uh when the rainy season comes fully, we are not, chased out of our homes with flood, with water here and there. And so, Mary, what do you think we can do? We call on government all the time, but we, the individuals, families, group, what can be done? Because
And
we are not gradually entering into rainy season. I'm thinking that if we are not well prepared, it becomes a problem when we're fully there.
even when we talk about Lagos, Abuja is not left out as regards the flooding. We know that every year you hear flooding in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Lokoja, right? That is Kogi State. I think maybe because of the high river they have there and all of that. But even here in Abuja, it's not left out as regards the flooding. I think there was
No,
one
I
that
know
happened.
that Lokogoma axis is prone to floodings.
Okay, you've experienced one before. I really don't
I
know.
haven't, but I know that when you go to the main Lokogoma,
Okay,
inside they are prone to flooding, serious floodings.
wow. And me, I feel like even though we every time, yes, it's easy for us to always call on the government. But if your house is burning, will you tell me you sit back and wait for people to come and help you quench the fire, or you start working on it first? You can't keep on waiting on the government. You know, sometimes people buy land without even checking. They just build anyhow. You get. And it's very difficult. It's so sad that you see a lot of compound, you see water heaps on this compound. It means that they actually built it in the wrong place. Sometimes water we just pack on maybe the back of people's house. You get, there is no drainage, there is no place for water to pass, and before you know, they tell you small time the rain will stop, we still enter the dry season. But is that a good way to live your life? You get, so I feel like even we as individuals, if we are buying land, we want to build house, let's also consider these things as well before we start waiting on the government. For people that are selling land, you get, it's not every land you see you buy. You try to check which one is proper. Abuja is getting to that level where everybody wants to build everywhere. Maybe they feel land is not expensive, so any cheaper one they see they go for it. But if we start considering ourselves at first, start putting ourselves first in all these things, we will not have this problem. It's so sad that people will tell you that some estate is not even left out as regards flooding. So does it mean that they didn't check the landmark properly? Did they have surveyors that came to check on this place, the lands and everything? Where you can tell me that some estates are not left out as regards flooding. It's a sad thing if you ask me. So if we start from us as a people to start doing the needful, checking the proper place to build this house, the proper drainage to be done, before we start looking on the government to come and help us in anything at all.
Anyway, like Mary said already, I think we as a people we should know, you know, you don't necessarily need government to tell you that you are, blocking your water passage. People have gutters, people have, uh, places, they will just go and put their debts there, put their trash there, and block everywhere. And so me, I'm thinking that if we do a proper do proper environmental, do proper, cleaning, make sure there is a way for your water to pass. I think that would be a good way as well to, curb it. In as much as we know it's not everything we can do, government still have a role to play. When it
Yes,
comes to flooding, there are some you cannot avoid. That is the truth. But there are some that can actually be avoided. And so we talk about flooding, we say, oh, the ones that we can afford, not to, the ones we can avoid, we should be able, to avoid them. We should be able to do away, like I like the fact that my street at home in my place, I think every 2 weeks or every week you see I think the chairman of the street mobilizing people, making sure every gutter is well clear, very neat, not just clear, very neat. So if anything like water comes, it doesn't have to get stuck one place, it just go away. And then that is what everybody should do, especially in Lagos, Kogi Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Abuja, that are prone to high floodings, Benue as well. And so maybe, just maybe, when we do all this, we don't have to go through the stress of packing, we being sacked from our home. But as well, that we Nigerians, we are always, very reluctant when it comes to things like this. We don't do much, and we wait till that time. We wait till the die minutes, when they start when we start seeing flood, and then we start running up and down. That's one thing that we Nigerians we like
I
doing.
noticed that you see the Lokoja as is that Kogi State. You know that sometimes most around that their riverine area, have you seen that people are living around that place? Like they built their houses there. They are living there comfortably. So what I'm asking is, are they supposed to sell lands for people around that place? Like you see somebody's house, the next thing is the river. How can you be living close to the river and you expect flooding to not take place? Every year they keep facing this problem, and yet they still live in that particular place. So I ask myself, is this the only place people can live close to the river and you're comfortable? Same thing in Lagos too, you see people living close to the river. So are they not supposed to, like, okay, put a law that we can't sell land close to the river? Because I don't think it's the proper thing. I don't think it's the proper, most especially this rainy season now, that you know that okay, the river will always be filled up. It might actually even just run through where it's not supposed to go through. You understand? Because people houses are close by, which is not proper. We should also check into these things. It's not everything will come on the government. Government cannot do everything for us. If we know the right things to do, we keep doing it, and we'll not have problems. That's just it.
Mm. We actually pray that Nigerians we listen to us sincerely, and of course they will not, that thing we say here, uh do the right thing. You don't you are not, as an adult, you know what is right. People people will just leave where they are supposed to put trash, throw them anyhow, and build on water waves as well. This is another thing, and that's why most of some of the houses in Lagos, in Abuja, have been demolished, because of the way they are blocking, water passage and all that. So I think we as a people also, let's learn. I know that NEMA 98 has been warning of high flooding this year, heavy rains, and so even farmers as well should take note. They should harvest their proceed on time. They should not wait till die minutes, to harvest, and so they don't lose so much. So we just hope that they will do the right thing, and the flooding, no matter how high or how many water we'll see this year, how much it will be, it won't be as bad as what we've seen before. And that is what we're trying to avoid here. We'll do what we can as much as possible to bring an expert, you know to bring some of these very national issues here, what we can do, what not to do, and all that. uh that would be a good a thing to do. Anyway, we'll spend so much time here. We'll wrap up the show now. Ezekiel was telling me that he's actually waiting to is that he was actually waiting to end the show again. So it would be wicked of me to end the show without him coming to play once more. So I'm trying to get him to play. And once Ezekiel comes now to play, we'll wrap up the show. But before we go, do not forget to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, uh, leave a comment with us, like and share. Don't forget that we have our shortlet already. Mary is in charge, fully in charge. Mary, can you take us through that? Just 1 minute.
Luxury or nothing is our shortlet.
Premium or nothing. I love that.
So it's round five. A lot of people that will complain of data. How many places will you see a hotel that will give you free data? We are there. We give you free data, a sitting room for you to come and sit. A comfortable dining. Oh my god, no go there. Oh. Have you seen the bed? Oh my god, I wish I know. I would have sent you the picture so that you just be displaying it for me. Look at our rooms. When you look at the bedroom, you feel like you can even eat in that bedroom. Like so beautiful, so fine. This is where you can just come no matter the kind of problems you're passing through, like when you come there, you'll be so comfortable. You forget about your sorrow because the environment itself tells it all. There's a way you be in a particular environment, you feeling so bad. Just change the environment. This is the place you come, a home away from home, and you feel so relaxed, you feel so comfortable. And also, don't worry about maybe looking for taxi, booking boats. We are there. We have a car that can take you around. Yes, like when you come to SRTV short-let apartment, honestly, you'll be so comfortable. You enjoy your stay. You might even plan to stay more compared to whatever you planned staying before. Honestly, just try us and trust the process that you won't regret taking our short-let apartments. You won't regret it. Just try it and you testify. Believe me.
Okay, while we wait for Mr. Ezekiel to set up to play one more time. Okay, you need to bring down your phone there so that you go up a little, right? I will bring you back in now. Yes, and also do not forget our Nigerian Week London that is fast approaching is a way of you showcasing your brand, your culture, your heritage to the world. No matter what you do, no matter how little that thing is, do well, please, to uh you should come to us, reach out to us, showcase your brand, your anything you do. We're going to have fun. It's going to be an amazing week here in London. We're bringing our heritage, our culture to the people. Anything you do at all, business, whatever, you yourself, if you don't have anything, come and showcase yourself. And of course, do not forget. that, our monthly magazine, this month's edition is out, is another way of you, showcasing yourself to the world as well, bringing yourself to the world. And of course, whatever you do, which is a very little amount, you're out there. Don't forget that magazines are archives as well. So it will be a good place for you to actually showcase yourself. And yes, we have, before we wrap up the show, something special for one and only Daddy Chris. Yes, today is Daddy Chris Day. And so we're going to, uh, put Daddy Chris on. Mr. Ezekiel is well seated once again to, to do what he knows how to do best. And so we're just going to sing along. Mary, make sure you sing. Let me not hear that you not sing. If not, I'll report you to the CEO. Okay, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is for Daddy Chris. Are you with me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're with you.
go on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless 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 you, Daddy Chris. Happy birthday.
Amazing.
Not happy, people.
No, amazing,
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. I think we're going to do that again because the CEO is around, and maybe we will just do that
Okay,
again. Now that our closing is coming on, and I
okay.
don't know. Hello, sir, are you there? Anyway,
I'm here.
yes, I wanted us to play it for the CEO again, but I think he's off and on, and I don't know
Yeah,
if.
I'm here. I'm here. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you guys. I'm excited. You make my day. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much. I like to make the finger, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm grateful.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, happy birthday once again, sir. Happy
Thank you so much.
birthday. God
Thank you so
bless
much.
you.
Happy
And
birthday, Sam.
thank
Listen,
you.
I owe you guys. I owe you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay.
Ezekiel, for that wonderful, tune of this song or melody that you just did.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice having you. And we'll have you again next time on the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll be glad. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Mary, we'll do this again hopefully tomorrow. But while you're out there in Abuja, stay safe and be cautious, Uh, especially when we talk about security, make sure you put your security, be your own, don't wait for anybody to secure you because the way Abuja is going now, you need to secure yourself. And
Very
viewers
important.
also secure yourself while you're out there. Be at alert, drink water, be your brother's keeper, like I will always say. Drive carefully. Do not drink and drive, but if you must drink water and obey the traffic laws. We'll do this again tomorrow, hopefully. And of course, remember that peace is priceless, so let's always give peace a chance. We'll see you tomorrow.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion, and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5 OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website
www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.